G'day, Dr. Karl here, with a very big question. Could a human and a chimpanzee have a baby? In 1976, in New York City, the attorney, Mike Miller, paid $8,000, that was a lot of money back then, for Oliver the chimpanzee. And he took Oliver with him to a gala dinner, where the press went ape or mad, because Oliver was walking upright, not hunched over on his knuckles, but on two legs, just like a regular human person. And he looked a bit like a person too, with a bald head, small nose and ears like us. Now, the rumours swirled that he had 47 chromosomes, one more than a human and one less than a chimp in between. They called him the Humanzee, human chimpanzee. But was he really? This is a story about hybrids. Now, for a while, Oliver, the Humanzee, was thought to be the missing link. According to his trainers, he smoked cigars, helped with household chores, drank coffee in the morning and ended the day with a nightcap. He mixed drinks for himself and the people he lived with, enjoyed watching TV, and apparently had a distaste for violence. The other chimpanzees, they wanted nothing to do with him, and he did seem to prefer people. After being displayed on TV and stage in the USA and Japan, he was sold to animal trainers who exhibited him as a freak. The fans of Bigfoot came to see him, as did the primate researchers. But the mystery of whether he was part human, part chimp was not yet resolved. But then Oliver disappeared from the public eye until a group running a sanctuary for retired chimpanzees took him in. It was there, during a routine check, that they finally tested his blood. And they found he had 48 chromosomes, not 47. Genetically, Oliver was just a standard chimp. He was not part human, he was just raised by them. But is it even possible for two different species to have hybrid offspring? Well, yes. Take the liger, the largest cat on Earth. The males can reach 400 kilograms and 3.5 meters long. They are the offspring between a male lion and a female tiger. Hybrids, like a liger, are possible only because the parents are genetically similar. You see, a baby gets half of its chromosomes from each parent, and for everything to develop properly, those chromosomes, they have to line up and pair correctly. It's not just about the number, it's also about the structure. Lions and tigers both have 38 chromosomes, and their structure is close enough for them to line up and have a baby. But sometimes animals with different numbers of chromosomes, they can have babies too. For example, a horse has 64 chromosomes, while a donkey has 62. That's two less. And yet, they can produce a healthy hybrid, a mule with 63 chromosomes. That's in between. So, could chimpanzees and humans, with the same difference of 2 chromosomes, could they ever have babies? Well, someone tried to make it happen. In the 1920s, a scientist wrote to the Soviet government with a proposal. He wanted to cross a human with a chimpanzee. And the thing is, he was not just some fringe lunatic. Professor Ilya Ivanov was the world's leading expert on artificial insemination, breeding animals without them ever mating. He had already crossed zebras with donkeys to make zonkies, and crossed bison with cows, and he'd been doing this for 20 years. So, the Soviets gave him $10,000 and sent him to a research station in Guinea, in West Africa. His only assistant was his 22-year-old son. The experiment was carried out in secret. While the local workers helped handle the animals, none of them knew what the medical tests really involved. It did not go to plan. At one stage, Ivanov's son was bitten badly enough to end up in the hospital. Despite that, they managed to inseminate 3 female chimpanzees with human sperm. All 3 failed to become pregnant. But Ivanov did not give up. He brought 13 chimps back to the Soviet Union. And he flipped the experiment. Instead of human sperm in female chimps, he wanted to inseminate female humans with chimp sperm. And astonishingly, a woman known only as G volunteered. His Humanzee experiment failed. At this stage, we have to ask the question, what is a hybrid? Is it strictly the offspring between 2 different species? Or are the waters a bit muddier than that? Would we call humans who have had animal organs transplanted into them a hybrid? Well, the idea of doing that led to one of the most controversial medical procedures in the entire history of medicine.
A 14-day-old baby girl is fighting for her life tonight after receiving...
It has never been done before, not
The doctors who transplanted the heart of a baboon into the body of a 2-week-old girl yesterday said...
In 1984, a girl was born in California with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, meaning that the left side of her heart had not developed properly. At that time, that diagnosis had a 100% death rate. A surgeon named Leonard Bailey did something that nobody had ever tried before. He took a baboon, a young female called Goobers, and he removed her tiny walnut-sized heart, which of course unfortunately killed her. And then he put that tiny heart inside a 12-day-old infant, known to the world as Baby Faye.
Our bodies are capable of adjusting in ways we've hardly dreamt of. If we can only find the key.
It can't be done.
It can be done.
The procedure is called xenotransplantation. And it had been gaining momentum in the 80s as a potential solution to the shortage of human donor organs. Now, baboon kidneys had been transplanted into humans 6 times before, but never a heart.
The human body's not a jigsaw puzzle to experiment on.
Still playing it safe like the other doctors, You've already lost your patient, doctor. I'm going to save mine.
And it worked. At 11:35 in the morning, Baby Faye's new heart began to beat. For 20 days, Baby Faye survived with a baboon heart. But then her immune system kicked in and attacked the foreign organ, and sadly, Baby Faye died. That was 1984. So where is xenotransplantation today? Well, immunosuppressive drugs, they have turned many human-to-human transplants into almost standard procedures. But the demand still far exceeds the supply, which is why animal organs are still seen as a potential solution. So where do we go from here? The answer might lie in genetic modification. In the year 2025, Tim Andrews was dying with end-stage kidney disease. He faced a 7-year wait for a new kidney, far too long for him to survive. So he volunteered for an experimental surgery. He was going to receive a pig's kidney, but not just any pig. Its genes had been edited using CRISPR. They knocked out the genes that could cause problems and they added in a few human ones. All of this was to trick Tim's immune system into thinking that the kidney belonged to him. Tim affectionately called the kidney Wilma, after the pig. That was his name. For 271 days, Wilma, the kidney, filtered his blood. It made urine, it kept him alive. But it was always meant only to be a temporary measure, to buy him enough time until a human donor kidney became available. And there is a happy ending. Woohoo! Just 3 months after his immune system finally got the upper hand and Wilma the kidney had to be removed, a human kidney became available. Tim Andrews is now the first person to have received both a pig kidney and a human kidney and lived to tell a tale. So, could humans and chimps ever have babies? Well, you could probably do it in a lab these days, but 6 million years of genetics slowly splitting apart has built walls between us, chromosome numbers, cellular recognition, the basic machinery of reproduction. And that brings us all the way around back to Ivanov. Before Ivanov ever touched a chimpanzee, wait for it, he'd already changed the world. By 1901, Ivanov had perfected artificial insemination in horses, 6,804 mares. And he made Russia the world leader in artificial insemination. And today, 90% of dairy farms around the world use the techniques that he developed. He wanted to cross the line between species, and he failed. But the tools that he built along the way, well, they're in every glass of milk that you drink.